Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, 240 pounds, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, former national heavyweight champion, Larry Zbyszko. Larry Zbyszko. His opponent, ladies and gentlemen, 240 pounds from Montreal, Canada, the man with a fist of stone, Ronnie Garvin. Ronnie Garvin. One fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Ron Allen making the introductions on this first tournament match. Now, there must be a pinfall or a submission in order to advance in the tournament. So, let's see what happens here now. Zbyszko, the great arbitrator in the ring. He always has a lot to say to the referee, to his opponent. Garvin moved right in on him.
Well, Zbyszko tries to psych his man out. That's why he does all the talking. He'll tell his opponent that he's bigger. He'll tell him that he's stronger. He'll tell him that he's going to have a hard road to go when he wrestles Larry Zbyszko.
And they generally do have a pretty hard road to go. Arm drag and twist now by Ronnie Garvin. Garvin had a pretty severe laceration over that one eye. And I'm going to be watching Zbyszko very carefully. I imagine he may possibly go for that.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it for a minute. Zbyszko is a good wrestler, and as I can see now, looking at him, not having seen him for several weeks, he's undoubtedly been training pretty hard because he looks to be in better shape. He looks as though he's gained about 15 pounds, I would guess. And certainly, for as important an event, the match as this is, he'd want to be as good as he possibly can be.
No question about it, and it's Zbyszko once again moving up on the ring apron and starting to step through. By the way, I should mention Nick Patrick is back in action, and certainly a pleasure to see Nick Patrick back after, well, several months of inactivity due to extensive surgery to his knee, but he appears to be right back into the swing of things now. And the arbitrator outside the ring. Psychological ploys, and Ronnie Garvin, the man with the hands of stone, waiting on him.
Well, Zbyszko has obviously seen Ronnie Garvin, and recently we've shown Garvin to be a pretty tough individual. They're calling him now the hands of stone, and maybe Zbyszko just doesn't want to test those hands.
Good point. Excellent point, and it's the side headlock now by Zbyszko. Garvin hooks the near leg. And Zbyszko having his problems now as Garvin keeps that pressure on him. And, well, this could be dangerous for either man. He's trying his best to get Zbyszko jammed into the mat. Interesting series here.
You know, this is a great match, and the one that we just had before was a good match. Heavyweight champion Brad Armstrong and that Rocky Jones, a newcomer. A good, clean, scientific wrestling match, and I'm sure a match that was enjoyed by everybody.
It was indeed a tremendous match. Zbyszko getting some extra leverage that time. Zbyszko getting the extra leverage and gets back into the side headlock. Zbyszko will take those shortcuts. He's got all of the talent, all the skill in the world, but nonetheless, with his personality, he sometimes, I guess, feels it necessary to get the extra edge, and he does it by rather shoddy means. Now Garvin battling his way back up into a top wrist lock.
Zbyszko does a lot of talk, but there's one thing that's obvious. He also can wrestle.
Back into the side headlock once again as Garvin is trapped. Garvin appeared on that last exchange going into that top wrist lock to perhaps have a little more upper body strength, or maybe he had a little better leverage that time. But both of these men, obviously in just tremendous physical condition. Zbyszko on his bicycle now. Leaves the ring, trying to break any momentum that Garvin might have going.
Well, Garvin gets to be just a little bit hot-headed, and he certainly was there. Zbyszko, I'm sure, was coming across with that, the knuckles possibly across the eye, across the laceration that he's got over that left eye. And Garvin just didn't like it, and he told him in no uncertain terms. Zbyszko backed away, quite obviously.
Once again, their collar and elbow up into the turnbuckle now. And it is Garvin. And Garvin Garvin. Fighting fire with fire at this point in time. He's paying him back in kind. Well, we might have a bald Larry Zbyszko before it's all over.